Weird.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
And today,
We're talking about all the weird things Mexicans do.
not all.
Important to know is that weird doesn't mean bad, it just means different. And for me as a foreigner, it's interesting to see. Sometimes
Also-
it's strange, sometimes it's like,
Adorable?
maybe it's adorable.
If it's adorable, let me know. So I do it more.
It's not necessarily about you, but in general, what I saw here.
Okay.
I had this video planned for a long time already. And I just want to put it out there and see what you guys think.
Yeah.
And maybe Joss can explain to me why you all are doing this.
Don't expect too much from me.
And if Joss' answer doesn't satisfy you guys, then please let us know in the comments why you're doing this.
In a nice and organized manner.
Oh, by the way, I just wanted to say there are a lot of weird things Germans do. And
Yes.
we've already made that video.
That's true! A while ago.
Yeah, so I'm not the first one here to come up with that video idea, okay?
We already roasted Germans.
Yeah. Point number one is something that I've seen a bunch of times here in San Luis Potosí or in Mérida, wherever we go actually in Mexico. For some reason, Mexicans like to clean the streets or the sidewalk with detergent. And in Mérida, I actually recorded someone. No, I was not like, hey, bro. But like, he was in a shot of me, of a street, and someone was cleaning this street with
yeah?
detergent. So here's my question. Why?
I thought it was normal, dude.
Why?
I thought it was the most normal thing in the world. When you pointed it out, I was like, you don't clean your street?
In Germany?
How?
You filthy animals.
Yeah. But they don't mop it with a mop. They mop it with a broom.
Yeah.
It's
with
weird.
a broom. Yeah.
Why?
Explain to me why. Because like, why does the floor outside have to be cleaned with detergent? Isn't that enough to just go with a broom?
That's totally true. I don't get it. Well, I have to say, where I live, it's a semi-desertic zone. It gets full of dust everywhere. And then the streets do look ugly if you leave them the way they are.
Well, just a broom would be enough. Or just water would be enough.
But if you do a broom, then the dust just goes up. But if you do it wet with detergent,
With detergent, that's important.
then you take the germs away.
The germs!
And it's ready for somebody else to walk on it.
Yeah, it's ready for someone to lick the floor.
Help me out, people. I'm not good at defending us.
Like I said, it's not negative, it's just...
It's
like,
weird.
Strange.
No, but it's also like a little wasteful.
Yeah, I don't know how good it is for the environment
Yeah, probably
to
not.
put a bunch of detergent.
And also
on the
waste
streets.
of water, unless it's reused water.
So yeah,
That is
please let
also-
us know why. The second point, police cars are always driving with their lights on.
Yeah.
Even if they don't have to go anywhere. They're just driving around, cruising through the city, or just chilling at a red light with their lights on. And you don't know,
You
are they
know-
on a mission or are they just chilling?
You know what's
So-
very confusing? When they are behind you and you think they want to stop you, then they just drive away. But like for a second, your heart stops a little bit.
Yeah. So why are they doing this?
Well, no, I know. I'm not a policeman, dude. No, I gotta say, that's true. I've noticed it more now that Yannick pointed it out, like a few weeks ago or so. But I've never even paid attention to it. I always thought, oh, police cars, they have the lights on. And apparently in Germany, it's not that way.
Maybe here it's normal, but in Germany they only have the lights on if they actually, on a mission. I just call it mission because
On a
I don't know how
mission.
else to describe it.
And a mission impossible. Okay, this is my theory, but don't come for me, police officers. I have a lot of respect for you. For the police. No. I think they do it to get respect. So people actually know, A, there's a police close by, so they are more careful. Even if they don't have anywhere to go, they just want to get places faster.
Yeah, they feel like they're the kings on the street.
Yeah, I think that's why they do it. It's just feel cool with their lights on. If you're a police officer or you know a police officer from Mexico, let us know in the comments.
Please let us know if there are any laws. If they are allowed to turn on the lights all the time.
Or if they're breaking the law.
Or if they're breaking the law. The next point, it's weird to me because we don't have that in Germany or I guess in Europe in general.
Okay.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
But it's actually a good thing. Here in Mexico, you have jobs that are not really necessary, in my eyes.
Yeah.
For example, in the supermarkets, there are people that bag your bags.
Yeah.
And at gas stations, you have people that fill up your tank. While in Germany, you do everything yourself.
You even have people in Mexico that say, viene, when you want to park
Yeah.
somewhere, and they help you park.
Yeah, and for that they want money. For the people that work in supermarkets, they are mostly elderly people
Yeah.
or younger students or so that just want to earn a little bit of money. So that's a good thing because, you know, that gives the people an opportunity to work. But every time I'm in a supermarket, I feel like I can do it myself. Like, I don't need someone to help me. I can do it better.
Yeah, I can do it better. Because sometimes
Yeah.
they're very slow or they put things in a weird order.
Now in the gas stations, I don't really see the point because I can do it myself. And sometimes you have to wait for someone to come, so you sit there for a couple of minutes.
My point of view is it's pretty good. I like it. I felt like I was living in a luxury world. It's very comfortable for Mexicans just to have people do those things.
Yeah.
It's, of course, not necessary. The only people I really don't like is the ones that help you park. I don't like it at all. And the moment I see them coming, I'm like, oh, just let me park on my own.
We've seen a lot of those people in Spain too.
Yeah, in Spain there's a lot of them too,
Yeah.
yeah. Part of me thinks, do you think I'm dumb? Do you think I cannot do it on my own? You know, I get that weird trip in my mind.
Yeah. Let's talk about two things that are language related. The first one is, I don't know if everybody does it, but Joss does it.
I know.
She used the word ya, Y-A, in a weird way.
¿Cuándo? When?
Cuando? Ya means already, right?
Yeah.
Ya fuimos al cine. We already went to the cinema.
Ya fuimos al cine, yeah.
But sometimes, when we're supposed to meet friends from Joss, and you know here in Mexico, people are late.
Yeah. My friends are crazy late.
And then someone texts Joss actually an hour or 2 hours after they were supposed to meet. Where are you guys? And then she says, ya nos vamos en camino. We
Yeah.
are already on the way. Already? After 2 hours?
No, it's like letting them know, hey, I'm already on the way.
Why already? It took you super long and you're like, yeah, we're already coming.
Look, saying nos vamos without anything beforehand, like nos vamos, it's weird. You
Why?
need to say, ya nos vamos. It's like, hey, we're leaving now. Yeah, it's like now. Like now we're leaving.
Then you can say, ahora nos vamos. You do that to make you feel better.
Maybe, yeah, I guess so. But also because, no, yeah, to make it sound less bad than it actually
Maybe.
is.
Okay, and the second language-related topic is you call your grandparents with usted.
Yes.
Usted is like
The formal version.
the
of
formal
you.
version of you. In German, it's Sie. I hate the Sie, and I hate usted. And it's even weirder for me to say Sie or usted to a family member.
There's people, like from older generations, that say usted to their parents.
It's like,
Like to your mom, you would call her si.
no. I mean, for me, it's different because in German, we only use it for strangers. And maybe, yeah, that's why it's so annoying to me. It's because there are so many people whose entire confidence is built on being called Sie or usted, and they feel respected.
Yeah, like I'm
Only-
better than you.
Yeah, only because I say usted or Sie to someone doesn't mean I respect them more than someone else.
The thing is that the si and usted is a respect thing, but also it makes you feel less than or more than. That's
Yeah.
why some people want to be called usted.
Yeah.
I remember my teacher. Oh, I want. to get
Go,
into it.
go.
I remember this teacher. We all had to call him usted, and one time I called him by his name, and he said, "Doctor," because he had a PhD.
Fancy.
Not even a cool PhD, but whatever. I'm a doctor, and you're a student, so you call me doctor. Like, oh my
It's
god.
like those
dude.
people are the worst.
There must be a lot of people watching us that like to be called usted, and we're like, you suck.
Yeah, it's just, oh man, just give it a little bit less importance. But we're talking about family members
yeah,
here,
yeah.
so that's the weird thing
Let's get back on track.
for me. Yeah.
Reel it in.
Because if I would say Z to a family member, that means like it's a stranger for me.
Yeah. When I was calling my grandpa usted, it was not because I felt like he was a stranger.
It's just because that's the way it is.
Yeah, because that's the way it is.
Or did he actually think, oh, I have to say usted because it's an older person?
Yeah,
thing?
I have that second option. I felt like I had to call him usted because he was my grandpa, dude. 100 years old, bro. Like literally, it's not a joke. Like literally 100 years old. And like, it was out of respect and love for them. And if I would call him too, I would have felt extremely rude. Oh, one time my tia. That's another thing. I have a tia, an aunt, that one time I called her too. I talked to her as a too.
Just randomly, it
Yeah.
just came out.
Like, ¿cómo estás? Instead of ¿cómo está?
Oh.
And she yelled at me in front of everyone. Who do you think you are, igualada? That means like that you're putting yourself on the same level as her. In front of everyone.
Oh my God.
Ever since that day, I didn't talk to her anymore. I was like, if I have to talk to you that way, I'd rather not talk to you that much anymore.
That's the thing. They want you to say Usted because they need the respect, but actually that just ends up in you respecting them less.
I have to say, I hate being called Usted. Don't call me Usted.
I also don't like it. That's why I love English so much. It's just you. Everything is you. We're talking about this topic way too long, but one more thing.
Yeah, we should make a whole video about this.
Yeah. When I was working in the film industry, everybody says you or du in Germany.
Yeah, the informal one.
And it's so awesome.
You feel
know?
less pressure.
Yeah, and you feel like, oh, you're just one community and everybody's the same. So it's way better. Well, what do you guys think about Usted? Okay, here's my last point. And it's a very weird one. It's a really weird one. It's what we saw in the intro. What are the Mexicans doing with their ovens? So here in the house from Joseph's family, it was the first time that I saw it. And it's that the entire oven is full of stuff.
Yes.
Full of pans, pots, and cutting boards.
And comales, yeah.
And that ends up in that the family never uses the oven, ever.
But they want to own an oven to put the pans and pots. Instead of getting a cabinet.
Yeah. So I was wondering if it's only Joseph's family. So I asked the people on Instagram to send me photos of their ovens.
Really?
Yeah.
When did you do that?
Yesterday.
I didn't see that story.
No, I hid it from you.
Are you kidding me? I was so excited.
You want to see some photos?
Yes.
Ready?
Uh-huh. Oh my god!
So they didn't only put pots and pans in there.
They have bread and tortillas.
Pots, bunch of pots.
But that makes more sense because some of them are used for baking.
Yeah, but still, every time you want to use it, you have to take
Yeah.
everything out.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, they have never used that oven.
No, probably not.
Never.
Look, this just looks like a mess. Sorry, but it looks really messy.
It's messy. But the good thing is that nobody opens the oven, so it's a perfect place to make a mess. Like
Yeah, they just
there.
throw things in there
Yeah.
that they don't need. Look, eggs. They put eggs in the oven.
They put the eggs and the tortillas too, I think.
Yeah.
That's better. That's
It looks
better.
that's actually good because they can take things out easily.
Just one thing. Dude, there's nobody sent you a
Look at that one.
bunch of containers, Tupperware. What is
Look at that one entire basket.
That's a basket?
That's a basket, yeah.
Well, that is also easy to take out.
Yeah. Here's a small collage of how your guys' ovens look.
Oh my god, they sent you so many!
Yeah.
Dude, they all look like that could be my house.
Like that one.
This one is clean.
One pot. One pot.
They have to put one thing there.
Look at that
Oh
one.
my god! Oh
Look at
my
that.
god!
It looks like a washing machine from
It
the
looks
outside.
like a washing machine.
Yeah, look at this one. We found one oven that is completely empty.
She's European, dude. Shout out, Ana Lucia.
Shout out, yeah.
Ana Lucia. Tal vez es Ana Lucia.
Ana Lucia.
It's from Spain. It doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't we have a cabinet instead of an oven? But it's a
Exactly.
two-way street. Like, if you ever, in the history of your life, want to use an oven, you have one.
Yeah. Couldn't you save money if you don't get an oven in the first place?
Yeah, I wonder. I think it just comes with the kitchen.
Maybe it comes with the kitchen, yeah.
But most Mexican food is not made in the oven. My parents have never, ever used their oven. And
Yeah.
I was the only one because I like to make desserts.
Yeah.
And then every time I wanted to make something, I had to take everything out. And now my mom bought us a small oven so we don't have to empty the big one.
Basically, like 99% of Mexicans
Are weird.
are weird and don't use their oven.
I could say 98.7% of Mexicans don't use the oven.
Please let us know in the comments. And other people from Latin America, let us know if you do it the same way as here in Mexico. One person said, I think it's not only in Mexico, the ovens turned into storage is quite common in Latin America. I got photos from some Mexicans that live in the US, and they do it the same way as in Mexico.
And that's when we have a house Our
No, 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 no,
oven
no,
is gonna look like that.
no.
Hell yeah.
Our
Hell
oven
yeah.
will be empty
Yeah, I
because we
know.
actually use the oven like twice a week.
Yeah, we use the oven a lot. I have 2 fast facts.
Okay.
We love chili candy
Yeah, that's true.
in Mexico, and they find it so disgusting and weird everywhere else in the world. I don't get it. It's delicious. They hate also that we put hot sauce on our popcorn. This guy has been transformed because now he likes hot sauce in popcorn.
Yeah, I eat it. Popcorn with chamoy, lime juice, and maybe salsa valentina.
Ah,
It's not too bad.
he's Mexican, yo. The second thing, Yannick pointed it out like 3 days ago and he forgot to write it on his list. A lot of the times when I say a sentence like, let's go to the cinema or something, I finish it with no. Vamos al cine, no? And he finds that weird.
It's
I find
weird because it's basically reversing what you said before. You're like, let's go to the cinema. And then at the end you say, no. So it's like,
I answered to myself.
yeah. It's like you're implying that the other person is going to say no.
Yeah. I was like, why not? Kind of, even if you didn't say
Yeah,
no.
it's like, I never said no.
Yeah. He finds that super weird. It's
Yeah.
normal. We don't mean it that way.
I mean, in Germany we say oder. It's maybe a little bit similar to the no because it's like or. In the US they would say, shall we?
Shall we? Yeah, but that makes more sense.
Yeah,
That's the
should
question.
we?
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no is like, no. Let's not go to the cinema. So please let us know your opinion.
Yeah. Sorry.
I have another point.
You know the same one. That I was gonna say.
Okay, that's the last point. I don't know if it's the same point, but at least when it comes to her friends, I would say that Mexicans love to talk at the same time.
This was the same point. They interrupt each other all the time.
They talk at the same time and they try to be louder than the other one. So, so there's sometimes people, she has a friend, and that couple,
They both talk a lot.
they both talk a lot and they both talk very loudly. And they try to compete with each other by getting louder and louder and louder.
Until one of them shuts up and listens to the other one. My mom has done that too.
Yeah.
Here.
Your entire family.
Everybody.
interrupt.
I don't know if this is just my circle, but dude, the moment he told me you interrupt all the time, and I always interrupt Yannick, and I realized it's because everybody around me interrupts each other.
Yeah.
Do you do it too? Pay attention. Pay attention this week because I didn't notice before. Pay attention and let us know. Come back to this video. Watch it fully.
Again, watch the ads.
Watch the ads so you don't give us a bad retention rate. And write in the comments, yo, you're right.
Or you're wrong. No, it's just your family and your friends.
Maybe. We're weird.
Okay, so that was the last point. Let us know your opinion in the comments. Subscribe to this channel, like this video if you liked it.
Watch our latest video because it's one of our favorite videos ever.
It's very funny.
It's so funny. I'm pretty sure you're gonna laugh a lot and enjoy it.
We'll see you next week. Adios, muchachos.
Cheers.